welcome to class. So with us, we are still dealing with differentiation using quotient rule to solve, and we have this question to provide solution to. So first thing is first, we know our formula, which we say is v du over dx here minus u dv over dx here all over v squared. So this is what we say our value is. But we know that everything in this numerator is my u. So let's take it a step at a time. So I have it as 3 here with this one. So 1 plus 3x squared all squared. So that is what we know. Now, we cannot solve it like this. So we want to start by removing the root. So if you do that, if you remove this root now, I'm going to have that 1, write everything inside the bracket. And then, because the 3 is here, look at where the 3 is. That means we have it as 1 over 3 like this. Then there's a power here. This power outside will multiply it like this. So if you do that, we're going to have 1 plus 3x here, all squared. Then all will give us raised to the power of 2 over 3. That's what we are having here. So with this, we can now look for our du dx. So to find my du dx now, du over my dx here, to find it, this is a complete chain rule question. It's a complete chain rule question. So we're going to use the shortcut in differentiating this. So please watch what I'm going to do. I don't have business with this, with the constant, but I have business with the x. So what do I do now? I will use this one to multiply this value here, like this. So 2 times this 2, multiply this value here. So, and then I will repeat this 2, this one in the bracket, please. So 2 minus 1. So multiply this one first. I'm having 6x here. 2 minus 1 is 1, or you write it like this, just 6x. Any one you are correct. So the first thing I'm going to do here now, I'm going to have this 6x. Now we have our 6x. Write the 6x somewhere. Now, next up is that you will use this 2 over 3 now to multiply this 6x like this. 2 over 3. Multiply this 6x like this. Then, next thing is to repeat everything in the bracket here. Repeat it. So I'm having 1 plus 3x squared. Now, from here, I will now repeat this power again. Repeat the power and remove 1 from it. So, what do I know to do here? Observe that if you multiply this by this, you will have 12, or we can divide. It's up to you. Anyone you like, you are correct. But in this case, let's not divide. Let's leave it like this. 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 So I have this 6 like this. Here, I have here to be 6x here. So if you do that, I'm having 12x over 3 here first. So repeat this bracket. I have this all squared here. Now let's find the power of this one. Let's find the LCM, please. The LCM is 3. That will give us 2 over 3 here, which will give us minus 1 over 3. So here I'm having minus 1 over 3 here. So everything here becomes, you can just take this one like this. Look at this. Over 3 here. Then into bracket 1 plus 3x squared here. Then raised to the power of minus 1 over 3. So this is for my du over dx. So that's what I've gotten there. Now next up, we would now get our x. Now for v, we say our v becomes x. And this is very simple to differentiate. So to get our dv dx here now, the coefficient here is 1. This the coefficient is 1. The power here is 1. I said when the power is 1, just take the coefficient. That will just give you just 1. And that is all. So I've gotten everything I need to know here. So let me take this one off and introduce just what I need here, so that we'll have a lot of space. So first, we know that our du over our dx here will give us 12x over 3 here. Then 1 plus 3x squared raised to the power of this. And then I know my v, that's my dv or my dx here, is just 1. Just 1. So I have this. Now, like I said, you know you can break this one down. But let's leave it as we proceed so that we can get it clearer. So what is my formula going forward now? My V is X. I'm having X into bracket. By the side of X, by the side of V, I have du dx. What is my du dx here now? It's now 12x over 3 here into bracket 1 plus 3x squared here, then raised to the power of minus 1 over 3, all in this bracket. Now, minus, what is my V? My U, sorry. My U originally is the up value here. I have all of this one, all of this as my value. Now, what is my dv dx? My dv dx here is just 1. It's just 1 here. So now all of this one now will give us x squared, because everything raised to the power of 2 there is what we are going to have going further. Now, next up here, what do we know going forward here? We know from this point that to make this one 1, let's just make this one 1. Let's just reduce this value that I've been talking of. If you reduce this value here, I'm going to have it as x here. Yeah, and then I will have into bracket 4x here into bracket 1 plus 3x raised to the power of 2 here, raised to the power of 1 over 3 here, then minus, here I'm having 3 into bracket 1 plus 3x squared, all raised to the power of 2 here, then 1 here. So I'm having this, then all over x squared here. This is what I'm having here. This is what I'm having. Now, what do we now know as we go forward? Let me remove, since I'm seeing 1 plus 1 plus 3x squared here, 1 plus 3x squared, let me remove these roots. If I do that, I will know that this value will give us x here into bracket 4x here. Then I have 1 plus 3x squared here, raised to the power of 1 over 3 here, minus, remove this root. If I do that, as we already know, please, I'm going to have 2 here, then I'll have 2 over 3 here. Remember, when you multiply by 1, we're still going to have the same thing. So all of this one now will give us x squared. So going further here, since we already know what is common, here, what do we do? Pick it out. Pick that factor out. That is simply what is common there. So we have 1 plus 3x squared raised to the power of minus 2 minus okay, I will take the smallest one. This can divide this. So I will take the smallest one, please. Take the smallest one. So this is what I will take out. Take this one out. And then open this bracket. And then I will divide. Look at this one now. This one would divide only itself because they are all the same thing. Everything in this bracket raised to the power of 1 can be divided. That will give us 1. So remember, we have these 2 here. That's x into bracket 4x here. So if you do that, everything will still give us this one. So when you expand this one, I'm going to have 4x squared here. I say that again. Okay, let me take this one somewhere and do it so that some people will not be lost. Look at this. 1 plus 3x squared, then all square here, minus 1 over 3. So I'm dividing everything by same thing here, same thing here, same thing. So because they're the same thing, this can cancel out. Remaining, this one will give us 1. So 1 times all of this, when you multiply this, this is what you are now going to have here as my value. Now, minus, please watch this, minus. What's the next thing I will do now? This same thing now will divide this Please watch what I'm going to do. Watch what I'm going to do here. Let me take this one out. So I'll have, write this up one first, this up one. So I'll have 1 plus 3x raised to the power of 2, then raised to the power of this one now. Then all over, I'm dividing it by the same value minus 1 over 3. Now watch this. Since they are the same value but different power, I'll pick one of the value inside the bracket. So if I do that, I will have 1 plus 3x raised to the power of 2 like this. Now let's solve the power somewhere. So because we are solving the power, we are going to change our divide to be minus. Let's solve it somewhere. Let's solve it somewhere. So let's take the first power, this power now. Then this one will be divided by this one. So I will have into bracket 1 over 3 like this. Like this. So I'll have 2 over 3 here. Then change this one to minus. Remember, I have minus here already. So 2 over 3 here. This will give us plus 1 over 3. Then by the time I look for the LCM, we'll have to take this one off first. Take it off. I will write it. If I look for the LCM is 3. Since the LCM is the same thing, just write the numerator 2 plus 1. Everything will give us 3 over 3, which is 1. So by the time you do that now, we are having just 1. That means the 1 will be on top of this value. That's what I'm saying. On top of this value. And anything raised to the power of 1 is this same value back. So I will just repeat 1 plus 3x squared. This is what I'm going to repeat now. This is it. So take this one off here. Don't forget we have all over x squared. Please don't forget that. So from this point now, what do I know? Let me open this bracket. So I already know that my dy over my dx here will give us 1. This one, bring this one down. 3x squared. Then minus 1 over this. This will give us 4x squared minus 1 here. Then minus 3x squared here. All of this one will give us x squared here. So from this point, let's bring this one down. Let's bring this one down because of this minus sign. Remember when you are bringing it down, if I said if you have something like this, if you want to remove this one, this dash becomes 1, pressing this A down. That's what we are doing. It pushes this A down. So if I want to remove this one, I want to change this one from minus to divide. This one will drop down here. So first, I will now have that my dy over my dx here will give me 1 because I want to deal with this one. 1 times everything in this bracket. Now, watch this. This 4 and this one, they're having the same square. So that will give us x squared. That is, this minus this is 1x squared. 1x squared. You see the same thing as x squared. So minus 1 here. So all of this one drops down. When we do that, we're having 1 plus 3x squared. And then x squared here. This is what I'm having here. If you now multiply 1. All right, so from this point, we are supposed to have minus 1 over 3 here, minus 1 over 3 here from this point. So this is how we resolve this into partial. Well, we're supposed to have, 1 over 3, please. 1 over 3. Or you can also do this one like this, having this value 1 here, all over. Change this one. I'll have it like this. Then I will now have into bracket the root, which is 3 here, of then 1 plus 3x squared, like this. This is what I am having as my final answer. Either you leave it like this or you leave it like this, you are correct. Please, if this is the first time of coming across this channel, kindly do it to hit the plus sign and then follow for more. Tell this to your schools, your brothers and sisters, and your community. Bye-bye. See you in the next class.